Yeah, God bless you. And may the Lord increase in the mighty name of Jesus. I pray for peace and I pray for light over your life in the mighty name of Jesus. You're welcome in Jesus' mighty name. This particular prophetic word is about marriage. The enemy is using the prayer point of marriage to make a major distraction and a major mess in your life. And you see, there's a period where you realize that there's a prayer point where the enemy wants you to be so consumed. The enemy wants your heart to be so consumed in focus on it so that the moment it doesn't happen, with the level of desperation you've put in prayer, fasting, seeking for the right words to confirm what you've seen and what your expectations have been all about, you realize that something is truly happening. This particular prophetic word is actually to open the eyes of an individual. It may not speak to everybody, but this word is going to open the eyes of an individual. You see, there are things that the enemy will want to put, the enemy will want to change the presentation. It may be a right prayer point, but this is one thing you must understand. You need to understand that when the enemy is trying to paint your life to look like you are being delayed, it is because he wants you to drift your attention, to think that your life is in a process of delay. So you can start praying against the force of delay, not knowing that it was a process you were going through. When you start interpreting a process to be a delay, you will always interpret it to be something you must raise warfare about, but you will not enjoy the process, which it was something for you to learn. Process is a means for you to learn and be prepared for what God has actually set ahead of you. And when God uses the process, that particular means of that process, when they call it a means, it means it's just a passage. It is not the actual stop. It's not the actual bus stop. And so this word is to let you know that the enemy is trying to use the prayer point of marriage to bring a huge distraction to your intimacy with God. You used to be very, very focused in your faith. But now that you decided to focus only about marriage, you're beginning to think that maybe you don't have any other thing you can relate with God with except marriage prayer point is answered. And it is not a sin for you to actually trust God for a kingdom spouse. But the problem here is that the enemy has entered into the means of the prayer to steal your peace. So you don't longer have peace because you are expecting marriage. You have discovered that you used to have a relationship with God, but entirely you don't longer have a relationship with God because of lack of peace. You have realized that you are praying to God, but you no longer have peace. If you can still be interacting with God, and because of a certain expectation, you don't have peace with God, it's a sign that you have lost your peace. For that particular expectation that does not seem like it's going to come to pass now. But before this thing came, you had peace with God. Now the question is, your peace in that prayer point you've been trusting God to give you answers about, or your peace is actually in God without any answer? So sometimes you must check how the enemy is trying to place your values on different sides to make you feel or to make you believe that until you have this thing, you don't have peace. Until you have it in this particular rate, you will not have peace. And so I'm bringing this prophetic word for you to retrace your steps and to understand some things that the enemy is trying to amplify to make you feel like if you don't have them, you are not living life. It is a lie. The enemy is trying to use that as a strategy to manipulate your life, to keep you in a space of confusion, but God is turning all that around. And I believe that as you like and subscribe to this channel, and I pray that as you connect to this prophetic word, your peace is being restored in sevenfold. God is restoring your peace in sevenfold. You will enjoy God and marry according to the will of God. You will enjoy your walk with God and marry according to the will of God. There are things that God has spoken. You have seen them and you are going to hold on to them. Join the membership of this channel. If you need genuine counseling, you want me to help you with counseling, go to my description and book for counseling. I'm going to stand with you. Drop a comment of your request. I want your peace to be restored. God bless you.